guys, it's Daira with your short and sweat workout. Today I have a 15-minute upper body workout. I have 2 sets of dumbbells, a heavier set, I went with the 10 pounders, and then a lighter set, 5 pounds. Now let's check out the movements. Plank row on your left side, plank row on your right, plank kickbacks on your left, plank kickbacks on your right, floor dumbbell press and fly. Now, before we start, we need to get warmed up. We're gonna start off with some jumping jacks, okay? We wanna get our heart rate going here, guys, before we are working our core and that upper body. Good, let's get 3 more. Okay, now let's take those arms in front and let's do a little bit of an open jack. So open jack, that means our arms are gonna go out, teeing out to the side, bring it back and cross, and now let's do it with the legs. Get those arms ready to move here. Good, 3 more, 1, 2, and 3. Good, okay, your heart rate's a little bit elevated. Now we're gonna get moving in the workout. All right, I'm gonna grab my heavier set of dumbbells, gonna grab my 10s, or if you need something around your house, you can grab some water bottles, whatnot. We're gonna row straight up to the shoulder and bring it back down. We're gonna stay on your left side for 30 seconds. Get ready, here we go. Good, take a break. Okay, shake out those arms, rest that core, holding that strong plank position. We wanna make sure you guys are not only working those arms with that stabilization and holding, but also the core. So we're gonna go same thing, over onto the other side. Now remember, you could always drop down to your knees if you need to, all right? So we'll get ready here. We're gonna get in that strong, stabilized position, and we're going on to that right side plank and row. Here we go. Good job, take a break. Now I'm gonna switch out my dumbbells. I'm gonna grab for my 5 pounders because now we just worked our big muscles, our back muscles, but now we're gonna be working on our triceps, okay? That's the back of your arm, all right? So we're gonna be doing a regular kickback. You could stay right here into a kickback if the plank is too hard for you, but what I'm gonna try to maintain is being in that plank position right here, and we're just kicking back, all right? All right, join me guys, here we go. Good, take a break, okay? Now you can feel those muscles to the back of those arms. They're getting nice and tight, but you guys might also realize that it's hard to hold yourself up there, okay? So we're working each arm separately, but different muscles on each side, all right? So we're gonna flip on over to your right side, same thing. Think about keeping that elbow glued in by your side and kicking it straight back so you got a nice straight line, okay? If you can only get it this far, that probably means your weight is too heavy, all right? Here we go. Good, take a break, all right? So we made it through those 2 isolation moves. Now we're gonna move back on to our back, all right? And we're gonna grab the heavier set of dumbbells and we're gonna work the chest and our shoulders, all right? So we're gonna lay flat on your back. You can have your feet down. I want your low back pressed into the mat. We're going to press and fly, all right? So it's a combo move, all right? Here we go, pressing up, breathe out. Good job, guys. Okay, take a break, shake out those arms, all right? We're gonna be moving back in to our plank row, all right? So grab a quick drink. We have 2 more rounds of all these movements, so this is a good time to adjust if you wanna increase the weight or maybe you need to scale back, okay? So think about that for yourself. All right. Okay, back into that left side plank. Here we go. Good, take a break. So if you do count your repetitions during the movement, you know, you could be looking at getting anywhere between at least 12 reps, but no more than 20. Does that make sense? So if you're getting more than 20, that means that resistance could probably go up, all right? Okay, we're gonna switch on over to our right side. Okay, try to really get that shoulder directly over your wrist so that we are strengthening those shoulders, all right? Here we go. Nice job, all right. Switch out those dumbbells if you need to. Okay, now you wanna make sure, check in with your breathing during these movements, all right? So you wanna breathe out when you're working. So for the tricep, its job is to push. So when you push back, that's when you breathe out, all right? So we're gonna go back onto that left side. Remember, stabilize here. If you aren't able to stay up on your toes the whole time, this would be okay, all right? Get ready, guys. Grab that light dumbbell, and here we go. Good, take a break. Good, grab a quick drink. We'll move over to that right side. Now, it's perfectly common to have one side feel stronger than the other, all right? Check in with yourself to feel, you know, do you need to scale back on the weight on left side versus your right side? I am left side dominant, so, you know, you can think about that for yourself as well. It's only gonna help you get better. All right, here we go. take a break. We're flipping onto the back. We're gonna go into that chest floor press and that dumbbell fly, all right? So I switched over to my heavier dumbbells, feet flat on the ground. Now, if you wanna keep on adding in that abdominal strengthening as you're going through, you could lift your legs up straight, okay? And really try to focus on your back being on the floor, all right? Get ready, get set, here we go. Good. Take a break, guys. Whew, that added a new little element there with throwing those legs up in the air. I love to add in, you know, additional things to make your whole body sweat, you know. Make the most bang for your buck. Okay, we're on our third and final round here, working those upper bodies. So we're gonna go into that row. Now I talked about the tricep, that job is to push. The back muscles, their job is to pull. So you're gonna breathe out when you pull up to your shoulder. Here we go. Take a break. Now this third round, you can probably really start to feel your core engage here, especially when you press through that one arm. You're gonna be engaging a ton more of your obliques here, all right? So we're gonna switch sides. We're gonna go into that right side on the right arm. Now remember, breathing out as you pull up and thinking about, remember I talked about those reps. If you're getting over 20, you really need to increase your weight, all right? Get ready, get set, here we go. We are done working the back here. Now we're gonna go into working those triceps again, all right? So grab your lighter weight, okay? Now 5 pounds it's a borderline for me. I could probably do 8, right? So sometimes when I'm adding on extra weight, I'll just hold something extra in my hand if I'm right between the weights. So you can try to mess with that at your house, but let's get going here. We're gonna go on that left side and we're kicking back, breathing out as we push back. Good, take a break. Whew. Those arms are feeling it. Last side on our right here. Okay, and I have a nice stretch at the end here to help those muscles that we've been working recover, all right? So stretching is just as important as are all these movements today. So do not skip out on your stretching, okay? All right, we'll get ready here. Right side, kick back. Let's do it. Whew. Those arms are shaking, it feels so good. Okay, we got our last movement, going back into grabbing your heavier weights, and we're gonna do that floor press. Now, I'm not sure that I'm able to do this one, but we can all try, right? So let's try this time, legs up. So when we press up, we can alternate one leg down, bring it up, switch sides. What do you think? Can we do it? Get ready, get set, here we go. Good job, guys. Okay, set those weights out of the way here. We can actually just do these stretches seated right here on the floor. All right, so the first one we want to do is our triceps, okay? We just worked a lot of those muscles. So let's go ahead and raise your hand up to the sky, wave it to me, and then bring it back. Give yourself a little pat on the back. Take that opposite arm and drive it back, okay? That's gonna do two things. You're gonna feel the stretch right here through the back of your arm, but it's also gonna open up the chest when you push it back here, all right? Okay, all that stabilizing, holding that plank, you're working those shoulders, you're working your chest, all right? So we gotta make sure that we keep them mobile, okay? Mobile is being able to move through range of the motion. So, you know, getting out of the car, reaching for the door, reaching the back seat for your kids' toys, right? Good, one more big deep breath. Maybe try to push just a little bit more. Good, swing those arms out. Let's take that opposite arm straight up over the head. Good, and then bring it back. Give yourself a little pat on the back and drive that arm back and down. So I'm really reaching my hand down onto my back, feeling that stretch all through that outside here of my arm. Good, opening up that chest. Let yourself stretch a little bit deeper into this as you focus on your breathing. Think about like a 2-second inhale and a 2-second exhale. Also, give yourself some kudos for working that total upper body here, all right? And then that last one, that core, that's a good one, guys, so way to go. Now the last one, I love doing this one when I focus with clients on their upper body, is purely just opening the chest. So that means shoulders go back. So I just want you to take your hands behind your back and try to push them together, and then keep those shoulders away from your ears, okay? Drive them down, and even just tuck that chin a little bit so that you can drive those shoulders down and back just a little bit more, okay? Posture, all the things that we do, driving in the car, sitting at the desk, everything goes forward, all right? So I want to keep your shoulders away from your ears and back, all right? Nice, good posture. Not only does it look better, it feels a lot better, all right? Good, one more big deep breath, and let it out. You guys did awesome. I encourage you to mix those stretches in throughout your day. It doesn't take a lot of time, okay? And I hope you join me back here real soon for your next short and sweat workout. See you guys.